Thank you so much for the introductions. That's good. And for having Anne and I here today. We are so thankful for the Picton Rotary Club's ongoing support of County Kids Read's work in the community, and we always appreciate the opportunity to share more about the powerful impact we are making together. And today we are taking a little bit of a different approach. We really wanted to start by painting a picture of why we exist and why what we do is absolutely essential for the future of our Prince Edward County community. I'm going to start with some statistics, and we can share the slides. I think they'll be sent out in an email after. The Ontario Human Rights Commission has declared that learning to read is not a privilege, but a basic and essential human right. Prince Edward County children's reading levels, writing levels, and graduation rates lag behind the provincial averages. Nearly 1 in 4 local preschoolers have been designated as vulnerable in 1 or more development areas. And this is an especially troubling statistic, given that low early development index scores are an indicator of a child's inability to learn. And our median income is lower than the provincial average, and children from low-income homes have significantly fewer books in their homes than their middle-class peers. But we have at our fingertips some magical tools, books, to help address these challenges in our community. We all know the power and benefits that books have brought to our lives, but we now have clear research backing that up. Early literacy skills are linked to better outcomes in personal and economic well-being throughout a child's life, including into adulthood. Literacy acquisition is dependent on having books in the home. Even 20 books makes a difference, and these positive outcomes are independent of parental education level. So that's a really important finding. Reading for pleasure is the single most important indicator of a child's future success, and 93% of children say their favorite books are the ones they choose for themselves. Whoops. I just went into that I have links to all the sources, so there we go. So the County Kids Read story flows directly from these challenges, and for 15 years, we have been creating the opportunities our community needs to help address them. So as Greg mentioned, back in 2009, 15 years ago, a group of members of the Prince Edward County Arts Council sat down to discuss the low literacy scores in county schools. And through that process, we learned that many of the students most struggling were from low-income households with little to no books. Armed with this knowledge, that small group set out on a mission to ensure that children in our community would have their very own books, not simply to loan, but to keep forever. In the years that have followed, County Kids Read has given out tens of thousands of books, worked with dozens of community partners, and brought joy and the benefits of reading to countless children in our community. From day one, our focus has always been on getting books into a child's hands and trusting that all it takes is the right book to transform a reluctant reader into an avid one, and a future of uncertainty into one of possibilities. We are proud to be playing a key role in Prince Edward County's literacy ecosystem. During the pandemic, demand for our books rose significantly and has not subsided. While local academic achievement scores have been slowly improving, we all know the financial hardships many in our community are facing continue to increase, and families on a limited budget will have no choice but to put groceries on the table over books in their home. That is why our purpose focuses on breaking down these barriers and working to secure every county kid's right to enjoy the benefits of their very own books. And this is our promise as an organization. We are proud to be working to achieve this promise, a brighter future for all county kids. So to ensure our free, high-quality books are reaching as many families as possible and the children who need them the most, we take a twofold approach. We currently distribute over 600 books every month through 13 community partners, including food banks, schools, and more, and at the over 50 community events we participate in each year across Prince Edward County. Our HQ is the County Kids Read Book Room, located in the basement of the Parish Hall at St. Mary Magdalene Church, just down the street from us today. We host dozens of visits from Prince Edward Collegiate Institute students each year who can walk over from the school, with volunteers on site for story time and offering children support as they look for their just right book to take home. And I heard recently of a story of a County Kids Read volunteer going and helping bring the children because they were missing a parent volunteer. So we go the extra mile to make sure the kids can get to these books. We also hit the road, bringing our books and school visits to the 2 other local schools with lower than average academic achievement scores, Ethel South Marysburg and Sophiasburg. As you can imagine, this incredible volume of work and service to the community takes an enormous amount of human power and resources to bring to fruition, including our amazing board members, which include your secretary, Greg Bay, and of course, Anne as board chair. We have a team of over 30 volunteers working tirelessly all year long. We have one of our amazing volunteers here, Linda, as well today. But as a smaller nonprofit with limited access to grants, we rely on the support of our community to keep the lights on and our book collection fully stocked. In addition to the support we receive from wonderful community supporters like the Picton Rotary Club and through one-off grants, there are several other ways you as individuals or as people in your networks can help us continue this important work. So today that we're kind of focusing on that. We have really appreciated all of the support that the club itself has given to County Kids Read over the years, but today we just wanted to give a couple more ideas if you feel excited and passionate about the work that we're doing. So in 2024, we launched our first business sponsor program, and we've welcomed 7 County Kids Read business champions so far, but are looking to increase the size of this group this year in 2025 for a small sponsorship of $250 or $500. Businesses get a range of recognition benefits, including at our events and in our various communications channels. And we are so thankful to the local business owners who have stepped up, from the Waring House to the County Guys, Real Estate Company, the Royal, Prinz and Ford, Books and Company. They're all supporting us, and we look forward to welcoming more into the family. So if you know anybody who's a business owner and who would like to support and help get your name out into the community, please let us know. And we are always eager to welcome more donors at any giving level. As part of this, we have our Patron Circle. This is a group of incredible donors who make a multi-year commitment of $500 or more to help us plan for and deliver impact in the long term. Anybody who's worked in the nonprofit sector understands that importance of really being able to plan for next year and not kind of scrambling on an annual basis. And that support is absolutely invaluable for our team and for all of the kids whose lives we're impacting. We're also about to launch our first virtual donor wall on our website with giving categories inspired by a poem. Does anybody know Shel Silverstein, the writer, Where the Sidewalk Ends? And so we've used a Shel Silverstein poem called The Invitation to inspire our donor level giving levels. So the highest giving level, 2,500 plus, is recognized as Magic Bean buyers. So you can visit countykidsread.ca to make a donation at any time, or reach out to me at giving@countykidsread.ca, and perhaps that can be included in the email that goes out after today's meeting. If you'd like to join the Patron Circle or have any other questions after today about the different ways we can support, I'll also do a little shout out for book clubs. If you're in a book club, we know that you love books and reading and understand the importance of reading. And that can be, we have a couple of book clubs whose members have done little fundraising drives at some point, little simple campaigns for us. So any other creative ideas you might have, we've had a volunteer, 2 volunteers this year run a triathlon for us and a marathon, their first marathon. So yeah, we can think out of the box in terms of ways to help us stock our shelves and make sure they're fully stocked all the time, because we're planning now for our upcoming events and school visits. And so any support is appreciated. So that's it. That's all for the presentation. If anybody has any questions about what we do at County Kids Read or ways to support, we welcome those questions.